everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Challenge Runs in the Binding of Isaac. I got a run today, which I'm not sure if I've done it before. Someone said I had done it before, but it was a fun run regardless. As you can see, we have both Technology 1 and Technology 2. One of these lasers is purple, which is a result of Spoonbender. This is the Mace Windu run. Mace Windu, of course, being the powerful Jedi, I suppose. I'm trying to make... The thing is, I'm trying to make myself not sound so nerdy, but the funny part is I'm not actually that into Star Wars, apart from the actual, you know, feature films. I know nothing of the extended universe, but from what I understand, Mace Windu is one of the more powerful Jedi in existence. Additionally, we have Spoonbender, both technologies, and this run was suggested by YouTube user ShadowmanZ92, which sounds, again, like a sweet underground radio station or something, but there are no restrictions on this run, which kind of seems a little bit unfair to me. I think Technology 1 and 2 are both awesome items, even if only for the infinite range that they have essentially give us. So not infinite, but, you know, as high as it needs to be, or could possibly need to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, you know what, we're not in an amazing position, even though Spoonbender is useless. Or I should say, we're not in like an overly powerful situation, largely because Spoonbender is useless, and it's not like we got huge damage upgrades or anything like that. But, we've got some good items regardless, so what I'm going to say is that no D6 is going to be allowed. Despite the fact that I'm holding it, no D6 is going to be able to be used on this run, and I'm noticing I'm doing so badly so far. Good telepills, though. It took us across the map, saved us some backtracking, and we are going to be dealing with an XL floor right off the bat here. I guess Ouija board would be a huge get, but largely probably going to focus on getting, I suppose, damage upgrades. If we can get, like, some fat damage upgrades, a Polyphemus, or even something like a Rage. I was going to say Range, but I meant Rage. If we can get Bloody Lust, if you will, we should have a much better chance of success. So I think what I'm going to do is get to full health. We're going to leave that Spirit Art for now. We're going to fight both of the bosses, try to get as much benefit from these items as we possibly can. It's going to be a long series of boss fights, I'm assuming. We're doing like less than 1% of MONSTROS health per second here. It's probably, we're on the order of like maybe 2% per second. So I imagine this fight is going to take us somewhere on the order of a minute or two. But that's okay. Due to my infinite range, I should be able to largely stay out of the way of his attacks. I could use some bombs, but we might need those bombs to access not only the Spirit Heart that is directly outside, but something else in the long run as well. I don't know if technology carries a damage penalty. It kind of feels like it does, given the fact that I've got like a sustained fire going on Monstro, but he still refuses to die. But in any case, anytime I can get him to leap, that is a nice period for us to enjoy some invincibility. We're going to pick up a Tears upgrade, which is actually good. We're basically turning that original Technology Blast into like a Brimstone or something. And we'll go fight this boss. Remember, D6 is off the table as a balancing factor here. So, the Larry Jr. should be a very easy boss to fight with technology, because we can hit all body segments at once. If the second Larry Jr. was still alive, we could have easily hit him as well. But for now, I meant hit them both at the same time, by the way. But we'll take our health upgrade and not go down to the next floor. In my head, I literally had the next thing queued to say go down to the next floor, but it would have been very disappointing to skip by both item rooms for essentially zero reason. But, Tears HP upgrade, it's not the be-all, end-all. It's not the ultimate combination of items we could have possibly gotten, considering we just fought two bosses. But at the same time, it's better than it could have possibly been. I'm glad we got that as opposed to Pageant Boy or something. Now we're going to look for a second key, which we have now indeed received. And there is first item room. If we find a secret room, the shop might be possible. But for now, our money situation doesn't really let us consider that a possibility. Health down. Pretty shitty upgrades. Scapular. The best part about getting Scapular this early is that it means that it's almost impossible for us to get Scapular in a deal with the Angel Rooms. So that means all deal with the Angel Rooms from this point on have a potential to be a little bit more exciting, I would say. But that health down pill is a big problem. Thank you for double Spirit Hearts. That makes the pain feel a little bit less. Kane's Eye. People have always told me that this is a Tears upgrade, so I'm going to assume that they are being genuine, and that is indeed the case. But let's kill this dude. We'll come through this door here. We get Holy Water. Man, what an interesting assortment of items here. And by interesting, I mean largely shitty. But in any case, we're still doing okay. Let's just pretend that we went through none of that nonsense just to get Holy Water and Scapular. But man, Mace Windu, quite decidedly light side as opposed to dark side, as you can tell by the items that we have received so far. But in any case, we're gonna come down here, pop open this Spirit Heart, and 3 Spirit Hearts, pretty good. Obviously, I'm gonna be looking for, I was gonna say deals with the devil, but I guess we can't really justify taking deals with the devil under the conditions of this run, considering we are, Mace Windu, and we've got to, at the very least, be shooting one purple laser beam Otherwise, you know, this run is just Mace Windu in name, not actually Mace Windu in practice. Bloody Penny, very interesting. I'm not sure if that's better or worse than Kane's Eye, but for now we're going to roll with Kane's Eye because I know exactly what Bloody Penny does, and I don't really desire that effect above all else. So we're just going to kill all these Grandfather Flies again. Damage is proving to be a real sore spot right now. Can't get over there yet, but maybe we'll get a flying item eventually. I feel like the possibility of a deal with the Angel is now very, very nice. Because I don't know if Holy Water can actually appear in... That was awful. In deals with the Angel. If it could, that would be awful. But at the very least, we know Scapular can, and it's probably the worst item to get with deals with the Angel. So the ability to get that is actually going to... Or the ability to not get that from a deal with the Angel might actually end up making Scapular a useful item, if that makes any sense. I guess what I'm trying to get at is Scapular has made itself useful by simply getting out of the way so we can get a better item in the deal with the Angel room should that possibility arise. Kind of like picking up, I don't know, Ouija board randomly from like a judgment or something. Then you're like, oh, that means I'm not going to get Ouija board from the deal with the devil, which is, you know, it justifies picking it up almost. In any case, we're actually going to be looking for Ouija board. If we could possibly get it, that would be fantastic. We are also obviously looking for a key, because we are in kind of a rough situation with respect to key bereftness. Of course, shout out to my boy Key Bereftness. New album out this fall on Anticon. I've lost almost all of my spirit hearts already, and you know, this is partly my fault, partly my attributes' fault, or my attributes' fault, I guess if we're not going to phrase it in the incorrect way. I feel like I need more speed, and above all else, more damage. You know what? Since we can't use the D6 regardless, we are absolutely going to roll with MONSTROS Tooth here. Not a good item, but an item that could prove useful in the immediate future. Very tempted to use it here, because I knew I was going to lose my spirit heart if I just stayed still. That's a room that I felt like was kind of unsolvable. That guy took longer to kill than I expected. I'm really hoping there's an arcade on this floor, because I would love to play the blood bank and, you know, have something to do with all this remaining health that we have. Especially just kind of lying around. So Gertie, kind of a pain in the ass, but, you know, MONSTROS Tooth able to do maybe 20% of Gertie's total damage. This should be a fairly long boss fight, but on the bright side, this is not the Gertie that can actually shoot bullets at us. So, assuming we are able to crowd control, basically just by killing these flies borderline instantly, this should be a very easy fight, and of course, hoping for some damage upgrades, a deal with the devil. We're actually on Caves XL. So remind me not to just head down immediately to the next floor. There is another item room available. I really should start paying attention to that a little bit more rigorously, because I would hate to make that mistake. Especially on a run like this where, you know, we're not doing badly, but we are hanging on the borderline of the possibility of success. So, you know, this fight would be a lot harder if we were fighting not this champion version of Gertie. It's rare that that happens. But, good news for us, we get a Jesus Juice upgrade, which might actually be good. I never quite understood that. That's not great, though, getting little Chad. But it looks like we're doing crazy damage now. The mechanics of Jesus Juice have always remained fuzzy to me because I never really took the time to figure them out, if we're being 100% honest. But I believe it just multiplies the damage that you have by like 150%. So, or I shouldn't say, you know, no, multiplies is right. Yeah, it multiplies the damage that you have by like 1.5. We will take little Chad. So if we were doing, you know, 10 damage per hit before, now we'll be doing 15. I don't want any of those items. Although, you know, the temptation to get 9 lives is indeed there. It's not that tempting for me. Instead, I'm going to be looking for a second item room where possibly I will be able to pick up a second spacebar item with which to replace MONSTROS Tooth. Again, MONSTROS Tooth not terrible, but also not altogether that useful. So we're going to take a couple of minutes here and kind of backtrack a little bit. Backtrack, forward track, side track, whatever you want to say. There's way too many tracks. The Nordic track for getting in great cardiovascular shape. I don't know, man. That's my favorite. Game tracks, where you track your achievement score. I hope those sites don't go out of business if there's no achievements on the next console. Who am I kidding? Of course there's going to be achievements on the next consoles. We're going to come down here. People ever, you know, 10 years from now, they're like, man, my least favorite generation of consoles is like PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. You'd be like, motherfucker, achievements, do you use them? If so, shut your mouth. You know what, that was a gamble using the key to open that golden chest. But in opening that golden chest, we did pick up a speed upgrade, and we do have an arcade. So I can get real risky here. The other reason I want to play that blood bank is to go back to the mob trap room, sorry, boss trap room, and possibly pick up another item. We are indeed in that situation where, if at all possible, we've got to basically take any advantage we can get. Beyond this, this will also give us some keys, or sorry, not some keys, but some money, which will make the shop possibly worthwhile later. We get the IV bag. you know what? We've already come this far. Might as well pop the IV bag once. Take us up to 14 cents, and we will move onwards. Let's go back to that boss trap room as soon as possible. You know what? Monstrous Tooth, A-okay by me here. Get that champion out of the way. Probably should have saved it for the boss trap room now that I think about it. But I guess, you know, he takes, what, 2 rooms to recharge? 3 rooms to recharge. Okay, let's go through these ones down here then. There's a key for a bomb, which is an awesome trade in this situation because I absolutely need keys to be able to go to the shop. So that's exciting. We have 17 cents, so we can make that happen. A bomb for 3 cents is not worth it necessarily in this case. Is there more money in here that I just missed? Yeah, there's 1 cent. Who knows? That could come in handy. Let's go down and right. Again, the other item room could be down here as well, so you never know. This would be another room that I guess I would consider using Monstrous Tooth on if precedent means anything. But remember, I did get that speed upgrade as well, so these enemies are not as much of a threat as they used to be. Plus Jesus Juice, which has our damage greatly increased? I certainly don't think so. It's kind of hard to judge that just by fighting Little Chad, because, you know, when you're fighting worm-like enemies with a laser, it pierces and thus does more damage. Let's see if we get a good pill here. Luck down. Interesting assortment of pills so far. I'm not totally psyched about it, but I guess I can't complain too hard. We are going to go up here to our boss trap room now. It should be Caves XL, I believe is Monstro Larry Jr., so I would much rather use the Monstro's Tooth against Monstro himself, assuming that would actually work, but I worry if it would be like the High Priestess and actually do damage to us. You know, in the interest of knowledge, why don't we try this out? So we will take the crate for sure. Just be careful to avoid a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with. Monstro's Tooth just refuses to work against Monstro. Okay, that's fair enough. I understand that, you know, you don't want to fight your own. Even if you're a mercenary, you don't want to be contracted to fight your own people, right? Probably. I don't know. I've never been a mercenary. So we're just going to hang back here and continually hold down the right arrow key, and eventually this guy is going to die. Pretty much the Binding of Isaac in a nutshell when you're using Brimstone or technology. So he's dead. We got Larry Jr.'s. I don't even want to use Monstrous Tooth against them. I should be able to beat them without resorting to that. There's another one dead, and if we just take this guy out, we're all good. Okay, so the pill is health down. Not good. We did get Bomb Key, Spirit Heart, and 2 of Spades, which will just pop. That's going to give us 6 keys. I popped it right away just so we could kind of move on, and I'll just hold this health down pill. Bloody Penny, of course, interesting, but I'm going to stick with Kane's Eye for now. We'll be able to pick up red hearts regardless. Compass, absolutely worth it. Another Spirit Heart, I don't see why not. So that's basically all of our money. But, you know, the other great thing about technology is that it, like, automatically puts out fires for us in, like, a second. So, we'll get a free bomb and a free penny in here. I mean, if I was playing to min-max, I absolutely would have, you know, there's Magnet, that's not so bad. Absolutely would have picked up Bloody Penny temporarily. Then when I got money, I would replenish a lot of red hearts and, you know, turn those in with the IV bag or something. But, you know, ain't nobody got time for that, etc., etc., .jpg. We're just gonna finish off with this floor because it doesn't seem like there is too much left. And you never know, like, we might manage to come across a library or something. We also don't really need Bloody Penny because now we have Little Chad, which is perhaps not as reliable as Bloody Penny, but at the same time is, you know, passive, and it doesn't take up a trinket slot, so that is cool with me. Every room that we go to here has the chance to give us some more output in terms of consumable items, which is fantastic. Who knows, maybe there's a mini-boss or something and we can get an HP upgrade, because I'm still a little bit sore about our overall health situation. But as is, I would say that was a positive floor overall. Still, we are nowhere near where we need to be in order to kind of guarantee success, but we do have the compass. We picked up Jesus Juice, which is a little extra damage. Little Chad may end up helping us out in certain situations. At the very least, is going to make it easier to play blood banks. I can't get over to that as much as I wish I could. And what else did we pick up here? I've totally forgotten. An extra Spirit Hearts, Monstro's Tooth, Health Down Pill. A mixed bag, shall we say. The very definition of a mixed bag. If we end up winning on this, this will be a ragtag band that has made it work. But for now, we shouldn't really get too forlorn, because we still have, at the very least, 2 more fairly item-rich floors to go through. So we have few rooms here, which would be of varying degrees of interest to me. Obviously, the curse room is something that I'm not going to be ultimately too interested in, unless things take a very dark turn in my life, and I suddenly find it necessary to start selling my body, well, selling my health anyway, in order to pick up some good items. But the mob trap room could be useful, especially given that we have a lot of keys. You know what? Why not give it a try? Trading a room of this fight, or of this type, I should say, for bomb and a key is a fairly decent trade, in my opinion. We're just going to keep backing it up and around here. Angel Fetus is kind of annoying, but they should be the most annoying enemy we fight. And then after this, oh my god. God damn. Hoppers spawning right on top of me in a way that they couldn't possibly control, but still annoys me nonetheless. And then turrets? No, zombies. Actually, this is a blessing in disguise. Zombies normally really annoying. But in this situation, just no wee little putty tat. It's pretty much the easiest enemy we could possibly be fighting. Now, there is a library on this floor. First things first, though, let us go to the item room. Library is almost certainly going to be beneficial because I can't think of a book that I would less like to have than MONSTROS Tooth, if that makes sense. So there is a Spirit Heart over there. Thankfully, due to the magnet, we picked that up. Otherwise, it would have been inaccessible to us. One of the rare situations where the magnet is actually a huge bonus for us. I don't know if that's happened to me actually before on this Let's Play. Given the size of this Let's Play, I would assume that it's happened before, but you know what happens when you assume. Sometimes you make mistakes. I think that's how that expression goes. Get a little bit more money here. We are now at the point where absolutely we can make good use of the shop. Our item room contains the relic, and I am now glad that I made the trip over here, because that might guarantee, well, not guarantee, but vastly improve the chances of our success nonetheless. Now, there is not going to be a mini-boss in the shop down here, because we can see another mini-boss on the map. I'm hoping that's not Greed in the secret room, but even if it is, we might end up fighting him just to pick up some extra cash, or a Steam sale, you know, something to make the shop on the next floor perhaps a little bit more valuable. I think I got hit by the green bomber there, which is unfortunate. I really kind of should have just stayed further away, but, you know, I was not perhaps dodging as consciously as I should. And, you know, with the amount of bombs that we have, it might not be the worst thing to try to open up, or the amount of keys that we have, I should say. It might not be the worst idea to try to open up this golden chest. I'm losing a lot of health. Oh my god, that was a perfect shot. But, you know, we're going to gain some back here, as well as some keys and some bombs. I hate that room. We lost a lot. But, oh, I really thought we could get through there. Now, we don't have 15 cents. I don't think it's worth buying a Spirit Heart, because I'll probably just lose it. It's kind of worth buying... Oh god, what's happened? Keyboard and mouse got stuck for a minute. There we go, Isaac is moving again. That was real scary, though. Yeah, like, it's kind of not worth buying the Spirit Heart right now, because I kind of feel like I would just lose it. I've already lost 3 on this floor, which is pretty disappointing, but... you know, let's just keep moving. I don't think... like, buying Spirit Hearts right now, I just kind of feel like is a waste of money. The ladder might be useful, but we'll wait until we fight that mini-boss. If the mini-boss is Greed, then we will definitely have the cash for it, especially if we get the Steam sale. But for now, library is also a big priority for me. I hate these blue spike rooms, man. Okay, we are now finding ourselves in a very difficult situation. Luckily, with unlimited range, I kind of have no reason to get next to these dudes. That took long enough. And we will run, and we get a Spirit Heart from the relic. I totally forgot that we had the relic, so... oh, god damn it. This is so silly. Blue spikes! You are the worst! Okay, Book of Belial. We'll definitely take that. The damage is going to be a huge bonus. Now just run. Oh my god, I almost took damage again. I seriously hate the blue spikes. They are my least favorite. Now let's hope we fight a Gluttony in here. It's going to be Pride, which is not worth using Book of Belial, I feel. He's going to hurt himself a little bit. I don't think his bombs can actually hurt him. But, you know, our damage is fairly strong. Pride's going to die. Free tarot card. The Devil, that's good. We can finally get rid of that health down pill. Oh, almost walked on the spikes. Now, don't get me wrong. I realize there is a lot of health kind of surrounding us in this level. And I can always go backtrack for that before we get the boss. That was kind of close. But for now, I'm still kind of despondent over all that health I lost needlessly. So I think we're going to be totally okay fighting the boss with Book of Belial ready here. With I was initially a little bit scared when I saw this guy, but then I realized that due to piercing shots by way of technology, he should be real easy as long as we don't walk into his AIDS poop over and over. Now, we are definitely in a situation where health upgrades are borderline necessary, and I kind of need them more than damage upgrades, I would say right now, considering we do have, oh, good range upgrades, fantastic. I don't think it's worth buying the ladder. I think it's instead worth going down to the next floor. We can always get flying later, is my hope anyway. So, Book of Belial now. Oh man, Miter and Relic. This is actually fantastic. Now I will be looking to possibly roll entirely on Spirit Hearts. It's going to be a tough sell. You know, every time we come across a Tinted Rock, it's going to make it a little bit easier though. But yeah, it's going to be tough to set this up. Hopefully something like, well, even Guppy's Paw would only give us like 3 Spirit Hearts. But anyway, let's just chill out for a second. We'll deal with that as it comes. We have another Spirit Heart here and a little bit of free cash. Golden chest we will open, and 3 Spirit Hearts! in the golden chest, although one of them just flew off the screen with that bomb. I'm kind of hoping that it'll come back as a result of the magnet, but apparently not. Oh, there it is! Okay, we're alright then. We're going to continue moving onwards here. I'm going to make my way to that shop arcade complex down there. I guess I could automatically make myself roll entirely on Spirit Hearts. 2 keys. Worth it for now, I would say. We got 1 key and a cent back. That was absolutely not worth it. Basically, effectively traded a key for a cent there. Now, don't get me wrong. I realize that I could be using Book of Belial more than I actually am. I just don't think it is that much of a priority right now. We'll save it for a room where it's actually necessary. More keys, more hearts. Always fantastic. And now the Spirit Hearts are starting to come fast and furious. I mean, to be fair, I did get 3 on 1 room, but still. Now, this is a room where it's very easy to take mindless damage, so I'm just going to try to kind of stay away. And that ended up working out quite well. Now that we got an extra key, I will open up this golden chest as well. These have been very good to us. We get a tarot card with Temperance, which is actually kind of awesome. I wonder if I could set it up like this. Like, boom, boom. Yes, I can. I can play 2 of them at once. Fantastic. Now, I probably could have put them closer so I didn't have to walk back and forth in such a scary way, but there's 1 HP upgrade by way of that Temperance. Let's see if we can make this one work for us as well. At the very least, we're going to be rolling in cash. Already up to 35 cents. And we can continue playing this probably because, you know, I kind of just want to stay low on health at this point. But in the meantime, there's 41 cents for us, so we will definitely make our way up here. The Devil card is going to be useful for us whenever I use that. Probably going to try to save it for Isaac. Best laid plans of mice and men, though. Doesn't always work out that way. So we are fighting Super Greed. This is Book of Belial worthy for certain. But let's just back it up. He can create greed heads, which are annoying, but with technology, I should be mostly able to kill them before they manage to get on my bad side. Super Greed is going to die. He's going to drop a lot of money, which is kind of useless for me at this point. But he also dropped a Spirit Heart, which makes that room totally worthwhile, actually. So, I say we make our way to the boss now. I would love, again, to roll entirely on Spirit Hearts, because that would put us in the permanent invincibility from the Polaroid range, but kind of feels like a waste to not, like, just have all these empty red heart containers, because I'm almost certainly going to accidentally pick... Oh, that was such a waste of a key. I'm almost certainly going to accidentally waste red heart... or, like, pick up red hearts by accident later. So, you know, I would rather get rid of them so the temptation is gone. If we could just snag, like, a deal with the devil. I would almost take any deal with the devil, but obviously, you know, better items are preferred. In the meantime, though, let's just make our way over to this boss fight. We are going to have Book of Belial recharged for it. Just barely, but certainly enough. There's another bomb for us. And we might not even have to worry about getting our health replenished. That was awful damage on my part. Let's try not to let that happen again. There is a Tinted Rock here. Tinted Rock equals Happy Ryan. That was also, again, almost some terrible damage. 2 more Spirit Hearts. Makes me Happy Camper. We also get the Moon card, which I believe is the secret room, although I always mess that up. We've been basically everywhere we need to go. I say it's time to get the F out of here. Yeah, no health, so we'll just try to avoid the red hearts that they drop here, and we're going to be fighting Red Mom, which is fantastic. This is an easy Book of Belial choice. And again, I don't anticipate this fight being super difficult. As long as we just go back and forth, we do have the speed necessary to make this work, and the speed necessary to dodge those projectiles as well. Plus, we can hit the eyes from across the map, which is fantastic. But our damage is fairly low, even with Book of Belial. I would love to be cranking out a little bit more power here. But we could always get that with whatever Mom gives us here. I think there is the possibility of getting a deal with the devil on the Mom boss fight as well. Either way, very happy to not have Monstrous Tooth right now. That was bad damage, but Holy Water actually whittled Mom down pretty substantially there. We're going to be in double... Oh, that's bad too. We're going to be in double damage territory fairly soon once we get down to the womb, but that's okay. Polaroid invincibility will carry me through. Alright, so we get 2 Spirit Hearts randomly dropped from her, an HP upgrade I'm not going to take, and the Polaroid. Okay, now with the compass, we should be able to find our boss room fairly quickly. It's always a crapshoot, but it makes it... The thing about the compass is that it makes it like 50-50 to find a boss on the first try instead of like 1 in 4. That's my mathematical explanation of why the compass is good. We don't know whether we go top or bottom to get to it, but we almost always know whether we have to go left or right. That was almost terrible damage. Now I kind of want something like Poison Touch to accentuate the permanent Polaroid invincibility here. Of course, you can't always get what you want, but we're going to try. If we come across a Lust or something, we will absolutely fight it. Free Spirit Hearts. And as long as I continue getting these, fine by me. Maybe the Relic will proc on this room as well. It's been kind of a while. I picked up a red half heart, which is very silly of me, but, you know, there's always the chance we come across Temperance or something. in a little while. In any case, this guy, the doppelganger's firing like crazy because of me firing like crazy. So we're going to try to kill these guys and then tackle him the only way I know how, which is staying the F out of his way. Devil card's still important. Telepills, not so much, especially since this looks like the right way to go to the boss. So let's just walk him over there. And another free Spirit Heart for us by way of what I assume is the Miter. Fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I would love to use Book of Belial here, but we're going to save it and possibly pop it on our next boss instead, who is coming up in merely a single room from now. No way could we possibly be going the wrong way at this point, so let's just whittle this guy down. Absolutely no problems. More Spirit Hearts, no more keys, which is actually useful because we will be trying to get to the chest here. I don't like this room at all. Ouija board would be fantastic. It's amazing that we've made this run work with no deals with the devil and no angels whatsoever. Maybe not amazing in that, like, oh, this game is so hard in this kind of weird condition, but more so, like, I can't believe we just never had the offer. You almost always, every single run contains at least an offer from one of the two. We're going to be dealing with the bloat here. Obviously not my favorite dude to be fighting, but we are going to be using Book of Belial, saving the devil card for a later boss fight, because I feel, oh, come on, I was standing across the room there. I feel like being able to use the Book of Belial and the Devil card at the same time is a huge advantage. So obviously, I'm taking my time on this one. The problem is that this motherfucker refuses to jump down here and instead just wants to do damage to me over and over. Like, seriously, make a jump or something, man. That's kind of similar, but not really what I was going for. And this is why Bloat is like the most frustrating fucking enemy. If I could just... This is worse than usual, though. Normally, he doesn't take this long to figure it out. There we go. Oh, good! He just jumped over to a sideways position that changes functionally 0 about what this fight was difficult. Or what made this fight difficult. So I just dropped a bomb next to him just to piss him off, basically. Now he's gonna come down here. Oh, not even. I just want to stand behind you, but I can't even because you can just create creep. I mean, part of this is my fault for not goading him into going into these kind of deeper locations. But this has certainly been the most awful bloat fight I've had in a while. I didn't even think I was in the hitbox there. Let's try this again. Okay, now at this point, we've got to be getting him like super close. I've lost a ton of Spirit Hearts. Watch him jump now. Okay, he's dead. I guess at this point we might as well take the HP upgrade because I've lost permanent invincibility. We get Guppy's Paw. That changes everything, so I'm glad we picked that up. And now we have Spirit Hearts that we can carry throughout the rest of the game. So we're going to go down to the Womb Part 2. So far, so good. That was a very quick floor. Sadly, we have Curse of Darkness here, so I have to do things the old-fashioned way. I'm not sure. The reason this room is such a pain, and the reason why a lot of other rooms are not a pain, which I haven't really, perhaps, articulated all that well so far, is that wide open rooms when you have technology, as Dixie Chick said, man, wide open spaces, room to make a big mistake. So we can make big mistakes and it doesn't really impact us when we have technology, because our range doesn't have to be, or our range is unlimited, so we don't have to be perfect in our aiming, if that makes any sense at all. Tight rooms like this have a lot of angles I'm not a big fan of. Hopefully that'll blow him up. Yep, it did indeed. We get the Hanged Man, which is probably useful, but we're just going to stick with the Devil card instead, just in case we come across the boss room. I would hate to leave that Devil card behind. That's like the new Northernlion story, is holding on to one tarot card for almost the entirety of a Binding of Isaac game. We are in permanent invincibility again. I totally forgot about that, but that is awesome for us, of course. That is going to very much maximize, or minimize the amount of health that we lose. We do have a boss trap room here as well. Obviously, we're going to be hoping that that is not an HP upgrade. It usually is. If it is, we won't take it, of course. I could have stuck with Guppy's Paw, but I think that would have been a silly decision because Book of Belial is so much more valuable. So yeah, that just saves us going to a room if we're going to act positive about it. This could still be the right way to go. It might not be. By the way, the other item there was the shovel. I was tempted, but at the same time, it's kind of a useless pickup at this point. Because there's only like a couple more floors where we could actually use it. Once you get to the cathedral, I don't believe you can actually use it anymore. Red chest is 2 white pills, which are... thankfully not health up. Health up would have actually been worse than range down. Range down is not even an annoyance, because it has functionally 0 impact on us, so... taking a little bit longer than I expected, but let's make our way down and to the right here or to the left? Okay, we'll try to the left. And we've reached a dead end. This is good! I'd rather the game didn't jerk us around, basically. I am going to pop Book of Belial because I know we have a lot of potential rooms left. definitely more than enough time to recharge Book of Belial before the Mom's Heart boss fight. And, you know, beyond that, we're mostly going to be using bombs on the Mom's Heart boss fight anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. More keys, again, very useful if we are attending, or intending, I should say, on going down to the chest. What about the down below area here? Have we taken this pill already? No. Bad gas, alright. Again, a pretty shitty selection of pills in the game for us right now. That could always change if we get like a Balls of Steel or something. I actually just do not want a health upgrade. That would be the worst. Okay, that was bad damage for me to take. I never should have gotten that close to him. But, please just die regardless. Without a Poison Touch or even like a Cube of Meat or a Guardian Angel or something, it's actually like more difficult than expected to use the permanent invincibility to your advantage. I could just start dropping like fat bombs around everybody, I guess. But I don't really want to do that. Instead, we'll just kill this guy. We'll get our bomb and our penny, and we will move on to the next floor. Again, the dream's alive here. We possibly have a chance to be going in the right direction, which is good. And also kind of necessary, because I'm starting to get a little bit worried. Oh, it's a dead end. I'm getting a little bit worried about the amount of health that we have available at our disposal. I know we have Spirit Hearts off the screen right now. That can change pretty quickly, especially as they get whittled down on these later and later floors. Don't throw the bomb. That's what we gotta worry about. He's gotta be dead very, very soon. I think. There we go, okay. Another Spirit Heart. I mean, we do have Relic and Miter helping us out. But that's gotta be like the third mistake that I've made there. I wish we'd gotten a map, but I guess it wouldn't have really mattered on this floor, since we do have Curse of the Lost. I should just disable Curse of the Lost in Cheat Engine, man. That is like the most annoying curse. Or Curse of Darkness, I should say. Curse of the Lost, a minor inconvenience. Curse of Darkness, real pain in the ass. Anyway, this room is also, it has the potential to be kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, that was very improper dodging. But, if we only lose one Spirit Heart in this room, I will be consolable. How do we want to walk this guy onto, like, can we just stand here and this will do it? I think so. Yep. No Spirit Heart, sadly, which is what my greatest hope and dream was. This room might seem, you know, you instantly see two bosses and you're like, yeah, we should use Book of Belial. Not so, actually, since these worm bosses are like the easiest enemies to take out with technology, because you basically do like double or triple damage to them. Makes it very easy. I probably could have played chicken with him there. I decided not to, and I think that was the right call. There's our boss room and a pill that we don't want. Alright, Mom's Heart boss fight. Lasers versus lasers for the get-go here. Should be pretty easy. Kill them from afar, because they are afar from good. There we go. Alright, so now we start dropping some fat bombs in, and our lasers do not affect the bombs. So it should be possible for me to just, well, the problem is if I place the bomb improperly, I'm not going to be able to shoot it back in. But I also won't be able to adjust its trajectory to the point where it won't work. So, MONSTROS probably going to die pretty quick. Pretty quickly, I suppose I should say. There he goes. Alright. He almost always dies right as he's about to shoot out a bomb, I feel. And why is my damage so low against this guy? I totally fucked it up with respect to the bomb there, but that's okay. Still rolling on 15 of those, so we should be okay. And I really can't help but feel that I would love some more, like, hurting power. We're kind of lacking in that right now. Now, can we kill Mom's Heart before Chubb shows up? It's an interesting question. I think Chubb is going to show up next, though. Yeah, so probably not. The question is, does it matter? Because Chubb is so easy for us to kill. Yeah, it literally does not matter in the least. Okay, so more Zombros. Not a problem. Wish we could fly. Got to kick that in there. Stay cool. I kind of don't want to get in the bomb situation anymore. Like, let's just stay as far away as is humanly possible, shall we? Mom's Heart is going to die right away. And we are up to the next floor. So good fight overall. I don't think I took any damage. Compass is possibly going to allow me to find the boss room quickly. Possibly, though, that close proximity is a little misleading. What I might want to do, though, is look for the secret room. Because getting to the secret room, if it's there, could allow me to get to the boss room right away. It's worth a shot. We're not too bomb poor, so it's not like it's a crazy, like, out-of-this-world plan. Now, we got a lot of shit on the screen, and that's what I was concerned about. Let's try to do some crowd control here, shall we? Oh, I got hit again. Alright, let's try to do some crowd control again. 2 Spirit Hearts for this room is not the... 3 Spirit Hearts for this room is getting a little crazy. 2 is not the end of the world. I definitely did not expect to take 3 hits of damage there, though. What can I say, man? For some reason, the tri-shots from 4. 4 hits of damage. No, I refuse to go down that road. Please tell me the secret room is here. That was an awful room. I lost like 1/3 of my health. on a single enemy. So we are going to use a bomb here, basically because it's going to make it possible for us to attack Famine. Except he knocked the bomb out of the way like a total ding-dong. Okay, so this, again, technology makes it impossible to attack Famine in that situation unless we bomb our way out. But Famine is taking some serious damage, as you can see. We're going to be looking to replenish our Spirit Hearts, not lose them. Because we're going to need a lot of health to take down Isaac here. Because we're going to be firing continuously, which is always a bad time when you're up against Isaac. Now, it shouldn't be too bad to take out War here. Magnet's kind of an issue, because we'll be attracting those bombs. That was pretty bad as well. Could use Book of Belial. Or I could just stand... I don't even know what purpose I have for standing right next to them anymore. Because I don't have Poison Touch. And I'm starting to feel like we're getting whittled down kind of reliably here, which is very, very frustrating. And my damage is so low. So low, it might as well be named Han, as I like to say sometimes. What can I say? I'm a clever dude with all these pop culture references. Well, it is a Star Wars themed episode. Without a Han Solo reference, what would it be, really? It would be bereft. That's what it would be. Bereft as I was bereft of keys for so long. So this war room is taking us 100 years, but it is almost over with. Finally? Almost? Ooh, I wanted to play chicken with him there. Again, that would have been a bad decision. It's almost never a good decision to play chicken, whether in real life or in Isaac. Now, I can't help but shake the feeling that we are definitely going towards a dead end here as we get further and further away from the boss room. But I've been fooled before, so I'm going to stick with my convictions. We've already kind of forged ahead in this direction. We might as well continue, and that was what I was hoping for, is actually, you know, an area downwards. Or a trip downwards, I should say. I've lost a Spirit Heart in this room. We'll probably lose more. But we're going to gain one as well. So it's not the end of the world. We'll probably have a slight deficit on this room, but we could break even if we get lucky. There's the deficit right there. These guys have got to be close to death, though. I hope. Well, we actually lost 2, which is unfortunate. And this may indeed be the right way to go. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better about things. The problem is, I'm just going to start using Book of Belial because this is taking for goddamn ever. And when things take forever, you take for goddamn damage. Which I don't want to do, obviously. Now, just watch out for those shots. Obviously, those are going to be awful for me. This guy's going to die with some sustained attention. If I could actually hit him, there we go. Was that worth Book of Belial? Maybe not as much as some other rooms, but what's done is done. Judgment. Hook me up, my friend. Not an HP upgrade. Anything but an HP upgrade. Oh, it's an HP upgrade. Probably not worth it. And now I'm starting to think this is indeed the right way to get to the boss. All is not lost. We have a decent amount of health. We're gaining more. We have Book of Belial probably going to be ready, unless we come across some very easy rooms. But beyond this, we also have... That was very well done, that room. We also have this Devil card, which we can finally use. Mostly, though, I'm just psyched that I did indeed pick the right direction first. I almost played chicken with that guy, too. Again, would have been a terrible decision. God, I hate vaginal bomb flies, man. They are the worst. Okay, one more, and then I don't have to fuck around with that fly. We can just leave. I don't think that pill is good, so let's just go fight our boss immediately. Devil card and Book of Belial. Okay, so now let's start hopefully doing some crazy damage. Otherwise, I'm going to need to get my dodging shoes out, and it's looking like that's going to be the case. Damage not quite as high as I expected it would be by this point in the game. So now that we've taken damage, we can just kind of stand right next to him with his bomb, which almost hit us. Every time we get hit, we can afford to walk in there and drop a bomb. Bomb's doing like 5% of his health. Can't run these calculations in my head right now, but I don't think it works out in our favor. But, you know, I don't think we're necessarily damned here. I think we could win this. I don't think it's going to be easy. But if we win this, we go down to the chest. Who knows? We pick up Polyphemus or something. Bob's your uncle. All of a sudden, we're celebrating on Endor. With all the Ewoks and the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, etc., etc. Again, the Star Wars theme here. So I'm just dodging. My brain is not even paying attention to what kind of nonsense is coming out of my head. We're 50% through Isaac's health. Have we taken 50% of our max health? I don't think so. The problem is, Spirit Hearts are usually much harder to replenish than regular Red Hearts. So every health that we lose probably hurts us a little bit more than losing a Red Heart. But, as long as we get through this fight, I mean, what are we going to do? Just not dodge or something? Like, oh, I don't want to lose Blue Hearts, so I'm just not going to fight here. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Again, kind of the unsung benefit of this by Polaroid invincibility is that when we get hit, we get invincible. We run in here, we drop a bomb, the angel fetuses all congregate around us. And then we find ourselves in a position where we can do fairly easy crowd control on them. But it's going to be tight. This is not going to be an easy fight. I really need to not take damage like the damage we just took right there, and I'm out of bombs. So let's just not take cheap damage here. One more hit will kill me. But Isaac's so close to being dead. I told you, man. Skin of our teeth, we got that extra spirit heart, and that might be what actually allows us to live. But they're staying far away right now. Okay, that was more exciting than it had any right to be. Now that we have all these keys, let's see what we get. Something amazing, please. Book of Shadows might not be it. Rainbow Baby, at the very least, is a passive, which we will pick up. Poison Touch, finally, maybe a little too late. And Demon Baby. We'll definitely take Demon Baby. Well, our damage has been increased. By and large, this is actually not a terrible selection of items to be getting this late in the game. And in fact, Book of Shadows probably beats Book of Belial in this situation. I don't know. I'm going to stick with Book of Belial. But I could definitely see the value in Book of Shadows as well. I was really hoping for a huge straight damage increase, though, to really carry us through. Because as is right now, I think we're going to find ourselves in a difficult position. May actually die on this room. Would not surprise me in the least. So we got some frame rate issues. Hopefully we get 10 Spirit Heart drops. Our time is limited. The only question is it going to happen on this room? And is it going to be famine or war that kills me? And it's looking... Oh, man, I don't know how I didn't die there. Maybe scapular? I don't know. That's very strange. Oh, there we go. Famine killed me. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it never really mattered. Thank you to ShadowmanZ92 for that challenge run suggestion. That was Mace Windu. As always, continue suggesting your own challenge run suggestions. I will do the ones I deem most entertaining or appropriate. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.